Hello, beautiful soul, and welcome to the Little Reader's house. I'm the Little Reader, and you're in my house. And my, oh my, what a beautiful divine being I see in there. How are you doing today, beautiful soul? How's your heart? How's your mind? How's your form? Where's your awareness? Let's check in. Let's see where you are. Where am I? Where am I? Let's check in with all the parts and see where your awareness is. Today we are joined by not only this beautiful amethyst ring that is carved out of an amethyst stone, but also this itty bitty citrine. This itty bitty citrine point. And of course, we're joined by you. So let's see what Spirit wants to bring in for the collective today. Spirit, for the good of all beings, what do you wish to share today? To enliven, inspire, or elucidate? Your life is your art. Don't throw it away. Your life is your art, beautiful soul. Don't throw it away. And I see an individual taking a canvas and just ripping it off what is that thing called? Did you put a canvas onto when you paint? Someone let me know. Ripping it off, throwing it away, starting again, blank. Spirit sees no issue in starting again or in a blank slate. What Spirit wishes to bring to our awareness today is the act of throwing ourselves away in the trash, and believing that rebirth can only come as a result of leaving everything behind in the ashes. You can burn things, yes, but understand that ashes are fertilizer. Is that true? Oh, the car outside would confirm it. You tell them. Yes, you let them know. Wow. Beautiful. You are art. If you are going to take a part of yourself and deconstruct it, recycle it. Now, this is something Spirit is giving me permission to share, which is, as an individual who has helped to facilitate quantum healings or quantum energy shifts over the short little course of the Little Reader's life, brief, I've had experiences removing energetic obstructions, blocks, obstacles, even living entity-like forms that would, left to their own devices, continue to siphon away awareness and life force energy from the individual in a kind of parasitic fashion. And when I was first learning energy healing with the help of a beautiful group of guides and my heart's guidance as well, I learned that when we remove a form, there are two rules that Spirit likes to honor. I'm going to place down a little citrine for a second as I use my hands to communicate. 2 rules. The first is, when we remove something, we put something else in. Bing. The second rule is, this thing that we remove can always be transmuted. And oftentimes the thing we put back in once we've removed something from the energy body is the same thing we took out. We just looked at it with so much love and infused it with so much loving awareness and presence that it transformed. Now, when I do energy work or energy healing, often these things that we're removing are symbols. They are half forms perceived by the realm of mind to give me as a heart the opportunity to witness the energy, to be able to interpret the energy. So my particular mind will get quite creative, and without getting into too many specifics as to not breach anyone's experience, there will be forms that will be particularly heartbreaking to witness. Tools that are used for destruction, pain, death, murder, as an example, can sometimes be symbolically stored in the body in particular areas to represent something. So when we take that out and we look at it and we witness it and we love it, and we even allow the guides of the party who's receiving the healing and even myself to touch it, to be given permission to transmute it, an object of death can turn into something like an orb of light, or a precious metal, or a precious gem, or an energetic portal. In some cases, even something that suggests reign or power, like a crown, or a special pair of shoes, depending on what the original item was. And then we take that very energy and we give it back to the individual who's just experienced the healing or experienced the shift. And that's a very small peek into what energy healing can look like and what energy healing has looked like in previous paradigms. I feel that even with that type of energy healing, we are shifting away from assisted healing into quantum healing, because now individuals are becoming aware that they have awareness, they are awareness, and they can move that awareness wherever they like, therefore facilitating their own healing without having to rely on a helper. So Spirit's saying, in the same vein of this rule of when we remove something, we place something back in. Even if it's not the same thing we remove. Sometimes we let that thing fly free. We kiss it on the head and let it fly free, be liberated now that it's been seen, to transform into another form on its own journey. The same is true for us as individuals. When we're recreating ourselves, when we're remaking ourselves, when we are having fun with our form, our identity, whatever aspect of that we're playing with, our story, our narrative, our beliefs, our entire past history, or even actions that we've taken that we'd like to disavow, renounce, separate, and create distance from ourselves. When we take something that we no longer want about ourselves and we throw it away like trash, quite literally like trash, it leaves that thing abandoned, purposeless. And even the most parasitic half forms, and if you've been keeping up with our transmissions, you know that when I say half forms, I mean thoughts, I mean energy bodies, I mean what lives in the realm of mind. Even the most parasitic half forms, like what we'd remove from someone's energy body, all they want is to be witnessed. All they want is to be pet and loved and seen and acknowledged. Said, oh, I'm so sorry for your pain. Come here. And that's how they transform. Either to fly or to be put back into the body anew. How can we throw away a piece of divinity, even if we judge it to be trash? The divine doesn't judge anything as trash. And that's where we're running into a little bit of a inefficiency. And Spirit comes to us to, for those who are interested, build our efficiency, so that we can experience expansion at a rate that is joyous for us as individuals, instead of experience our expansion as a painful, tooth-pullingly long, agonizing process of just repeated and constant misery. Spirit says, oh no. Every single individual alive has a path available to experience expansion joyously. And this is so important for the collective. Don't throw yourself away, any piece of yourself. Don't throw any piece of yourself away, no matter how little it resonates with you anymore. Instead, take that piece of you, that thing that no longer resonates, that story you don't like about yourself anymore. I'm hearing one voice in particularly say, weak, I'm weak. And I want to throw that away, like I'm not weak anymore. I was weak, but I'm not weak now. And I love that, beautiful soul, and Spirit loves that. You're strong, beautifully strong. So we take this piece of ourselves that we identified as weak, and we understand that it's alive, that it's a half form, that has a sort of consciousness all its own. And if we throw it in the trash, it lives on. And it will either come find us again, or will haunt somebody else. So we take it, and we say, oh, weak. One time I was weak. Maybe many times I was weak. Maybe I've done a lot of weak things in my life that I'm not proud of. But I don't feel weak anymore. So I'm going to take this part of me that was that. I'm going to say thank you for having served my evolution to bring me to the glorious present moment in which I now sit. I'm going to ask you, what do you want to be? Would you like to come back and join me now as strength? And come back into my form? Or you're welcome here? Or do you want a kiss of acknowledgement? And then be left to fly, to get your wings, and learn how to become strong with my blessing? I'm going to set you free to fly in the ethers. What do you want? And immediately you'll know as you look at it, beautiful soul. Immediately you'll understand what it wants. Does it want to be with you still, but now as strength? Come here. You can join me now as strength and integrate you, so that now I understand weakness. And I understand what it looks like and how to identify it and how to inspire strength in others, while never judging, because it's lived in me. Or you want to fly? You want to grow your wings and see what it's like? You have my blessing. I set you free. Thank you for the lessons. And then you let it go. You let it become something. And you fill the space that you released with gratitude for whatever it was. Because whatever it was, if you're making the choice to evolve now, if you've got a canvas in front of you and you're about to design your new self, that means you're in an empowered state. And if you're in an empowered state, then you have the capacity to say thank you for the very things that brought you to that present moment. And if you can't bring yourself to say thank you, beautiful soul, if you can't find within yourself gratitude for what you are trying to purge, then pause and sit. And bring your awareness to your heart center until you are in a truly empowered state. Because the urge to destroy is not one of empowerment. The urge to destroy, to get away from, to create separation from, to make space from something that you abhor, something that has hurt you, something that has wounded you, that's a state of survival. And that's an okay place to be. Sit with this state of survival. All awareness on your heart center. Until it transforms into that state of empowerment that allows you to change, that allows you to reinvent yourself without the need to throw away, distance yourself from that thing. That thing is a servant, and you are the master. You are so very loved, beautiful soul. So loved by the entire cosmos, by all of spirit, by all of divinity, by me, the little reader, by this rock, this little citrine, and even by your woes, even by old pains, even by identities and aspects of yourself that aren't what you'd like to be moving forward. But we can acknowledge are precisely what made you the magnificence that you are right now. And you are magnificent. Make no mistake about it, beautiful soul. You are the divine in flesh. Magnificent and infinite. And that is where we are leaving it today. Beautiful soul, it's been such an honor to share space and energy with you today. If you enjoyed the video, please share it with someone who you feel could benefit from it. Throw it a like, maybe even a subscribe if you'd like to come back to the Little Reader's House more often. And if you'd like to meditate with me, there are links for that down below. Until we meet again, beautiful soul, I'm sending you all the love I've got. More, whoops, my hair. And never less into infinity, because you are so very worthy of it. Bye for now.